We're about to cover controlling a ball out of the air with the body. You can call this a body trap, body control, but whatever you call it, it has to be taught. First, I want to show you the wrong way to do it. I always like to demonstrate the improper or wrong way to do it first to players, so that they can get the feel for the wrong way. Notice that as the ball comes in, I'm not aggressive towards the ball. I sort of back away from the ball, and the ball controls me rather than me controlling the ball. We're going to learn how to be more aggressive towards controlling balls out of the air with our body.
What I'm about to teach you is a simple method that is taught at academies all over the world, but is usually never taught to youth players. And we've touched on this before, and you weren't here when I worked with Morgan, but there are some things that are just so simple that once you learn it, you're like, why didn't I learn that 6 years ago? It's amazing. And that's what we're going to learn here. A very, very simple movement that you use all the time with an incoming bouncing ball. And then we're going to take the next step and we're going to combine it just a little bit with a takeaway. I see this all the time. You have a punt, bouncing ball. The player looks at the ball and it bounces. And all of you had a couple of them where the ball came in, was a little bit high, and you sort of backed up and leaned on it and caught it. Okay, so what we want to do in soccer, our number one goal is to reduce the ball. If we have an air ball, our number one goal is to reduce the ball to the point that it gets lower and lower and lower and faster away. As fast as I can take it to the ground and as fast as I can take it away, I'm a better player. Watch the top players, watch MLS players, watch Premier League players, watch what they do with the ball that's coming out of the air, and you'll notice one thing: on the ground rolling, immediately. On the ground rolling. We talked about creating a roof over the ball. We use our magic board and we create a roof to capture that bouncing ball coming in. So we do it with the sole, we do it with the inside, we can do it with the shin, we can do it with almost every part of our body. But when it comes to the body, majority of players let the ball bounce, take a step back, versus figuring out where the spot is, building a firm roof. Now, the problem with soccer fields is you never really know what that bounce is going to do. So the best percentages is turn sideways. The best percentage is to turn your entire body into that roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten my whole body up and get on my toes, arch my back, put my legs on my butt. Now I've got my board. This whole body is a board now. Now the board includes, you can go down to your regular feet, but go ahead and do it so you don't cramp up. This whole thing, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, foot, that's all part of that board. That whole thing. There are no parts that aren't important. Your stomach is tight because a large percentage of the time it'll hit your stomach or your chest. Come in and we're going to lean through and we're going to give a little hop. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little Superman. This is on a straight incoming ball. I center myself on the incoming ball. I figure out where it's going to land and I arch and hop and I give a little bit of an angle. So take a step back. So when I do this, I'm going to come in and I'm going to arch. And everyone laughs when you do this at first. The kids laugh because you're creating Superman. How does Superman fly? Well, when Superman flies, he comes in and he jumps off the building and he's leaning forward. He's not leaning straight up because the ball will bounce and go where? Up. It'll hear and go up. So we want to build a roof. When that ball hits, it's going to go forward and down, forward and down. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to lock and jump forward, leaning far forward as I can. So I want you to get busy feet, and I want you to hit a certain point, and I want you to lock and lean forward. Ready? And come in and go. Good. Now, that's right, but I don't want you to launch upward so much. I want you to launch sort of forward. Don't come off the ground too much. Go. Good. Now what I want to see, this area for you is a little bit concave still. I want your shoulders back. I want your chest out. I want you to be a macho man. and I want you to lock and launch and come through it. And a lot of times what I do is I teach kids that you can tippy-toe through it. If they don't feel comfortable launching, they can actually watch this ball and tippy-toe through it. Firm everything up. So let's do a tippy-toe through it. Good. There's a rhythm to this that we have to learn. And the rhythm is that everyone wants to let it bounce, then come up, then try that. That doesn't work. You have to wait for the ball to come down, then it's a launch. Just as it touches, we launch to receive that ball forward. So it's not a bounce up and launch. It's as soon as it touches, that's when I'm going to prepare for it. One way to do this too is to actually have kids come in and you do this. Get that rhythm of, oh, I catch it on its way up. Yes. Busy feet. So go ahead and try that. Good, but really bend forward more so you're getting it on your stomach and chest just to get that rhythm. Good. Now, we've gone to the point that we've taught the lot, that we've taught how to teach ourselves to do this, and now we can go to a partner scenario. So now what the partner's going to do is he's simply going to come in and he's just going to throw the ball down here, and you're going to prepare yourself. And if you want, let's start with a tippy toe through it, then we'll work to a launch. Ready? Okay. Now when you do this, what I want you to do is, instead of having so much of a tippy toe, I want you to sort of just release forward. It's not really a jump up in the air. It's just sort of a even with the ground. Now, there's probably a chance that, I don't know, have you ever seen this drill done?
Never in my life.
Never. But yet, how do we deal with an incoming ball? And even, and if you go to the collegiate level, if you watch them with an incoming ball, every single player on the field, majority of the time, is going to do what? Take a step back. They're going to let it bounce instead of going towards it and attacking it. So this ball really has to be coming towards us to do this. So now we have a bunch of options. I can step up, take that ball out of the air, thigh, foot touch, chest, or if I can't make it there in time, then all I have to do is just lock, tippy toe towards it, tippy toe towards it. This is a skill that has to be learned, and if you'll watch it and teach it to your team, you'll be the one team on the whole arena that's actually attacking bouncing balls rather than moving away from them. And that's what we want to get, attacking those, not letting it bounce and waiting to see what the ball has in plan for me, but I make the plans for the ball. Don't wait to see what the ball has planned for you. You tell the ball what you have planned for it. That's the theory of the bouncing ball. I'm about to show you a clip, and I want you to concentrate on this. These are collegiate level players, years and years of experience, up in Division I colleges, and I want you to watch their initial reaction to an incoming ball. This is the first time that they've been taught this. Then we're going to go and we're going to show you how the progression of learning works and how they learn this skill. I'm going to teach you one little thing when we have an incoming ball. And the first thing we want to do is we want to lock our body with our arms back. Why arms back? Don't touch the ball. Arms come back. We're going to lock our body. When I say lock our body, I don't mean have our knees bent. I'm not coming over a ball like this. When a bouncing ball, I'm going to stare at that ball coming in, and I'm looking at the spot that it's going to hit. I'm following it. I know where it's going to hit in front of me. What I want to do now is I want to build the roof over the ball. So now I'm going to build a roof. But if I want the ball to go down and away, how does that roof need to be shaped? Like this. So now I want to build my roof over that ball that's shaped like this. So I want to come in, and as that ball hits, I'm going to come into a lock position. I'm going to look like Superman is flying, and I'm going to stay forward through the ball. I'm going to tighten my abs because there's a good chance it'll hit me in the stomach. I'm going to tighten my whole abs. I'm going to have my whole body rigid. It can hit anywhere. It can hit shin, thigh, stomach, chest. It doesn't matter. We don't care where we receive that ball. We often get thinking about, I've got to get it on my chest. That's why you pause. That's why you pause to the point that you want to get it up here to stop it. No, I want it anywhere. So when that ball comes in and hits, we want to lock and we want to go forward, but our body has to be in this position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get in that position. It's just busy feet, and all we're going to do, we're going to move forward and we're going to lock as we go forward. It's a little bit of a lunge. So I'm going to come in as the ball is about to hit. I'm going to get over it and forward, over and forward on the ball. And I want to, it doesn't matter where the ball hits, irrelevant. Just get your body over it and angled. The ball will then go down and settle, and then we're going to add a takeaway to that. So go ahead and just throw a ball up to me as it comes in. One more, I watch it. Instead of backing up and staring at the ball and trying to catch it, I'm going to reverse position. Who's closing in on me? Defender. When I touch it on my chest, typically goes back up again, gives more time for who? Defender. And we want to be away as fast as possible. So our whole goal is not to look pretty, but to get it down and away. So throw it again. Ball comes in. Stare at the ball, watch where it's going to hit, busy feet. I didn't watch the ball. If I don't line myself up with the ball and I'm worried about where it's going to hit me, I'm going to do this. It's going to hit me on the side like it just did. That was wrong. Line it up. Perfect. Again, line it up. Perfect. Now, we're going to try this again, but I want the girls over here. First thing I want you to do is I want you to give me busy feet. I want you to stand on your tiptoes. And I want you to lock your legs. Back down. Now do it and let yourself fall forward and catch yourself. Again, busy feet. Forward. Good. Now do that while you're moving forward. Lock and go and lean. Go. Moving forward. Lock at the same time. Keep moving the whole time. Launch while you're moving forward. It really has to be, a noticeable lock. I want the whole body stiff. Everything's tight. So you guys, you do it too while they're doing it. I'm going to watch. Go ahead. And what I want you to feel like, I want you to have this picture in your head. I'm Superman and I'm about to fly off a building. And Superman would do this and he would lunge. And that's what I want. I want that lunge. I'm about to fly held. Go ahead. There you go. Monica, that was great. Stay there. Now, let's watch the ball. Let's pretend that the ball is coming in, because the timing of this, you're going to notice it's hard to get the timing right. You're going to want to lunge at the wrong time. And you just have to get busy feet, watch that ball, and just as it's about to hit the ground, you need to have the roof over it for when it comes up. Okay, so go ahead. Watch the ball come in, get busy feet, watch it come down, hit the ground, boom. Now watch the ball hit the ground. I saw a couple eyes, but they were like this, and then you just lunge. I need you to watch the ball come down to the ground. Go ahead. Good. Great. Now let's get the balls. Go ahead, guys, grab those. Now remember, you have to get going forward. Keep your forward momentum going a little bit while you lunge. So you're lunged like this for a second. All right, go ahead. Now, stop right there. That's the timing issue because we're not used to this. So what needs to happen is I want you guys to come in a little closer. I'm going to give them easy ones. And what you need to do is you need to move so that the ball is hitting right about here. Right now, you're backing up because you're used to your old method. I want you to have the ball hit right about here. Got that? So you got to move to get that ball in real close. Go ahead, busy feet. Beautiful. Go again. Don't feel like you're backing up. Just go through it. Good. Lock that body. Busy feet, lock that body. Good. Switch with the guys now. It doesn't matter if where it hits. Stop. Now, you have to come in, I'm going to have you guys throw just a little bit higher. Watch the ball. But I want you to imagine that the ball, you're sort of letting it hit here and running to it. I want you to get a little bit closer. Be going forward, but understand when that ball bounces, it's going to come up. And what I want you to do is I want you to have more of a lock position where your legs, everything forms a board. Okay, so busy feet, go ahead. Good. Good. And I really would like to see the ball, if I could, have it hit somewhere in the midsection. So don't, if it's hitting you in the legs, give it a little more space, okay? Good, excellent. Don't feel like you have to push the ball, stop. And don't feel like you have to, when the ball hits, you're pushing. So when the ball is hitting you, you're doing this at that moment. And what I want to see is I just want to see you, before the ball hits you, you're like this, and the ball just sort of hits and goes down. So we want to lock and freeze and let the ball hit us. We don't want to push it away. Go ahead. But keep going through it. Keep going through it.
This skill can be taught at any age. We simply want to build confidence in the player to be aggressive towards the ball and run through the ball. The next step in this process is to get the player to keep moving through the ball. Learning to be aggressive and run through and towards air balls is a key aspect of moving away from pressure. We build a roof over the ball to settle the ball slightly, but then we have to use our legs and our feet to settle again and move forward.